Hey everyone, it's class 4 for the Pilates fitness series, Jay at Home. Good to see you all. I'm Helen, and this is our last class in the 4-part series. It's been a progressive number of classes to get you to this point. So by now we're on abs, back, and core control. So that's going to be the basis of this particular class. You're going to feel a lot of abdominal work, a lot of core work, a lot of core control work, stability. You'll even get some mobility in there and strength. Basically, the class 4 is going to be a buildup of all the other classes we've done from here on out, 1, 2, and 3. And you'll be feeling a lot of different sensations in the body. It'll move a bit quicker, so pace yourselves and take a break if you need. You're going to be utilizing all the principles we've used in the foundational class, which is control, centering, coordination, precision, breath, and flow. So you'll be feeling all of those things going on in one class. So I hope you enjoy the workout. And we're going to get started right away on our back. So we are going to just lay right down to our back as soon as we can. And we're going to be moving a little bit quicker today on this class. So pace yourselves and take modifications as needed. You can always use pillows under your back or hands under your back if your low back is tender, but we will get started. So from here, we're going to take that right leg in and we're going to draw it back down. I want you to start to breathe. Draw that left leg in and bring it back down. So inhale, reach that right leg. Exhale down. I'll be really focusing a lot more on breathing in this class. So inhale, exhale. You should really be trying to breathe through your nose and exhale through your mouth. So a lot to think about there, but it becomes a lot more normal and natural to breathe like that in a Pilates class, as opposed to yoga breathing, which is definitely different. All really, really good. I love yoga too, but it's a different type of breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, mostly. Here we breathe in through the nose, out through the mouth, and we really want to blow that air out like we're pursing our lips together and breathing through a straw. So the reason we breathe this way is we want to engage those deeper intrinsic muscles in your abdominals and deep inside the core. So by breathing in this way, we will turn on those deeper abdominal muscle groups. Last one. Breathing like this also warms you up, gets your neuromuscular system going too. All right, from here, we bring that right leg up to table, and then that left leg up to table. And then we bring that right leg back down, and then that left leg back down. All the while, I want this to stay firm. We've already worked a lot on pelvic stability in the other classes, so you should be aware of that already. Right leg, left leg, keep the abdominals tight. Right leg goes down, left leg goes down. Inhale, right leg up, exhale, left leg up. Inhale, right leg down, exhale, left leg down, keep going. One more. Perfect. Now draw that left leg to table. Then that right leg. Tabletop is your base position, right? So always going back to your base position. Inhale, reach that left leg out. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, reach that right leg out. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, reach that left leg out. Exhale, bring it in, keep going. Now pretty soon here, we're gonna add on to this and we're gonna progress. We like to layer on in Pilates, right? So we build upon what we've just learned. Now we're gonna start to add what's called a bow up to this. If you have neck issues, anything going on in that cervical vertebrae or that neck or even the shoulders, you may want to keep your head down. That is okay. Inhale, exhale. You can also place a pillow or even a small squishy play ball behind your neck to support you. All right, ready? So we're going to reach that right leg out and then that left leg out. We're going to hold that position. We're going to reach our arms up to the sky and then back by our ears. Again, if you're feeling your low back, bring your legs up higher or bend the knees. Right here, we're going to inhale to prepare. Exhale, we're going to bow up. And we're going to squeeze into those abdominals. We're going to look at that belly button. We're going to go into our hundreds. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale. And inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, exhale. Inhale through your nose. Last one. Draw the knees in, set the head, neck, and shoulders down. Good. Now you've got your breath going again. We're going right into a 5 series. So with the 5 series, your right leg draws to your belly. Your left leg extends long. We come into that bow up again, into that belly breath. We're going to pulse the right leg in and switch. Sometimes you'll see it a double pulse, but I want you to not worry so much about the pulsing action, but more about what's happening when that leg extends out and you're staying in that C curl. So here and here and here. Look at that tummy. Let's try to get that rib down using your stomach muscles. 4, 3, 2, knees in. We're gonna go right to double leg stretch. Wrap those arms around, hug the knees. So remember, your goal is not to jam the knees in like that. You wanna extend out and breathe. Last one. Perfect. Single leg, straight leg, lower. Extending right leg long to left leg low. Double pulse that bottom leg. Switch. See if you can get off those shoulders a little more, right? Curl up a little more. Extend. Extend. And you're feeling that hamstring of the pulling leg and the hip flexor of the lengthening leg down below. And breathe. 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Holding here. Give your head and neck a rest a moment. Take an inhale to prepare. Exhale. Bow up again. You're going to have 2 straight legs up. Hold. Hands behind the head. Drop the legs down. Exhale. We rise up. Getting that belly to go down, right? Breathing. Doing the best you can. Navel in. Exhale up. Inhale lower. Exhale up. Last one. Last one is crisscross, right? Kind of like a bicycle, but not. You want to slow down and you want to really wring out that waistline. You should be on fire by now. I am. You see how that breathing warms you up in a hurry, right? Yes. Last one. And done. Give it a rest. So you're really feeling those abdominals by now. This is your abs and back class. So awesome work there. We're going to do a little bit of a glute stretch. Cross over the left leg into figure 4. Hold that a second and breathe and open up that glute and hip for 1 moment. Let's switch sides. Just a quick stretch here. It also gives you a little low back release. 1 more breath. So the next thing we're going to do are some roll-ups, and then we're going to be going into some other sequences that you'll see in our traditional mat series quite a bit. So with the roll-up, it's all about the spine and the abdominals and the back. So that whole connection of anterior to posterior body, and then your core. If you have issues in your spine and disc problems, you may not want to do the whole roll-up. Again, you can modify by bending the knees, holding your hands behind you, or holding a set of hand weights or soup cans in your hands. Ready to go. 2 straight legs. Now, drawing that navel in, getting that belly to go down. Rib cage coming down. Take a breath and roll it up, bone by bone, vertebra by vertebra. C curl over. Remember not to be here. Relax the shoulders back and don't be here. We want energy coming out of those fingertips. You're so energized. Roll it down. Maybe even thinking about, I like little cues and sort of visuals like laser beams coming out of my fingertips and my tippy toes. So shoot your little laser beams and reach and curl. So we definitely use visuals like that for cueing, just like in yoga, but we use them in a little bit of a different way. And we're breathing, right? Always breathing. Perfect. Let's do 2 more. So that should feel really nice on your spine and your back. It's like getting a massage to the spine. The roll up. Perfect. All right. Now, come off my mat a little bit. That does happen. So scoot back if you did. That's okay. Get back on. We're gonna do a little something to open the hips up and get you ready for the next sequence. So bring that right leg up. Left hand goes onto the front of your left hip to bring awareness to your pelvis. So you circle around, exhale up. I want you to flex the foot of the lower leg. Point the toes of the extended leg. Here we go. That gives you this energy that you'll feel, sort of this oppositional energy. So as you're driving that left flexed heel to the floor, you're pointing the right toes to the ceiling, giving you a little more stability. Last one, notice that hip circle is not that big, right? And the other way, because I want to keep that femur bone, which is your thigh bone, into that socket without rolling my hip too much, or at all if possible. Kind of hard, but you can think about trying not to roll that hip. Last 2. One more. Lower that leg down. Flex the foot, drive it into the floor, rise up the left leg, point the toes, hand on the right hip, left arm down, take an inhale, exhale. This side might be a little easier in terms of the hip rotation. That's fine if you can go a little bit more, but still being stable on this side, right? Good. 2 more. Pause, take a breath, repoint, reflex, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Pelvic stability. That all plays a role in your abs, back, and core workout. We worked on trunk stability in the second class, so that'll all be integrated as well. Last 2. Beautiful. All right, I'll bring that leg down. Super nice. Now, we're going to roll ourselves up again to a seated position. So let's perform that roll up again. Scoop up, sit on up. Nice. Now, I'm going to turn to face the front, and we're going to extend those legs out in front of me. And we're going to go into a little twisting here. So our legs are in front of us like so. Yeah, don't look here, but I had sandals on, you know. And we're going to bring those arms out to a T. We're going to rotate and take a saw. So we're getting a twisting action for the spine. Great for the core again. So your legs are open about maybe the width of your mat. And what you're trying to do is just kind of C-curl again and reach to that pinky toe like you're going to saw it off and stack it up. So all of the exercises in our series are there for a particular reason and in order to prime and pump and prepare certain body parts for the next movement so it makes it more fluid and flowy and safe and effective. But sometimes we change the order depending on what the goal is. And today, a lot of abs, core, and back. One more. And we come back in. Now the legs come back into the center. We're gonna do a little bit of spine twist here. For this particular one, I want the hands in a prayer position, seated tall, and we're gonna rotate to the left and rotate to the right. Now, what's gonna happen is your legs are gonna wanna do that. See if you can keep everything firm right? Glutes planted, toes flexed, don't look at the bottom of my feet. And rotate, and rotate, and twist. So you can keep your feet together. That's gonna be the goal. Don't let your feet do that. Only go as far as your body allows here. Last one each way. One more. Awesome. Okay. So we're going to come to all fours. And then I want you to scoot back to the back edge of your mat because we're going into our plank core back series here. We're going to go right into, because we're nice and warmed up and you're all ready to your level 4 class, or your last class, I should say. We're going to send that right leg out and then draw that knee back in. Send that left leg back out. Draw it right back in. We're going to do one more of those, prepping you for that plank coming. And that last one out, nice and long in that spine. And then you're going to go ahead and send your legs up to a plank. And you're going to hold that plank and you're going to breathe. And you're going to hold it. And you're going to lift up that right leg, place it down, up and down, up and down, up, down, down, lift and lower, lift and lower, lift and lower, trying to keep that spine down, glutes long and engaged. Hold. We're going to rock forward, back, forward, back. This is called long stretch. Great one on our reformer in the studio. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Drop the right knee, send it up. Drop the left knee, send it up. Drop the right knee, send it up. Use your stomach, navel to spine. Are you breathing? Last one each way. 1 and done. We're going to send those knees back. Set it down. Take your shell stretch, or you might think of it as child's pose, whatever works. Just breathe and relax. You can get your forehead to the mat, you can. My mic is in the way for that, so I'll let you do that and just hold and breathe. All right, we're gonna slide ourselves out to our stomach and reach our arms long. Okay, so we got our arms nice and long here. Belly is engaged. Pubic bone is down to the mat. We're breathing. And we're gonna reach up that right arm and left leg, hold, and switch. Reach up that left arm, right leg that is, and switch. Keep going. Opposite arm, opposite leg, lift. All the while, what's going on here? It's not about just lifting your arms and legs and seeing how high you can go. That's not it at all, actually. It's more about length and what's happening in your pelvis again. What's happening in your pelvis? Are your hip points shooting down to the mat? Are you rolling, twisting, moving? You shouldn't be. Try your best not to. Switch. Point your toes. One more. So that's your swimmer prep. We've just prepped you for the next exercise. It's called swimming. Reach up both arms and legs. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Pointing, reaching, swimming. Your back is getting an incredible workout here. Your abs, your core. 5, 4, 3, 2, and we rest. Good. Let's take a windshield wiper. Want to release your low back a bit. Curl your toes to the floor of the mat and just let your hips kind of nice and gently slide side to side. And you can do this wonderful release anywhere, anytime. Your low back feels tender. Perfect, right? Good. All right, now, next for your prone series, you're going to slide up to your forearms. So you're here, you're gonna have a fisted hand grip here. So we're on this fisted hand grip here, right here. We've got an engagement going on where your pubic bone's pressing down to the mat. You're slightly, ever so slightly engaging your glutes. Don't clench them. And then lift the belly. And with that, you're going to point your right leg and bend it, and then flex the foot. And point and flex, extending and bending, right? Extending and bending and alternating. Looks like not a whole lot from just watching it, right? But you're driving the elbows back to your thighs, so you're active in your upper body. So you shouldn't be hanging out here. You should be here, super active. And believe it or not, your abdominals are working here. You're lifting that belly. You're tightening the seat. You're actually stretching and strengthening your quads, your hip flexors again. So point flex, belly is up, point flex, last two, point flex, last one, one more, and rest. Good, bring it all back down again. Big stretch here, long stretch. I like to throw in fun little, twists into the series sometimes, not to throw it off, but just to kind of give you a little extra taste of what's out there. So Supermans are always good, right? No matter where you're at, what you're doing. So hold your Superman and bring your arms out to a T. Lift up like little airplane wings. Exhale back, because working the back is super important. Your whole posterior chain needs to be super strong, function properly. All of the things you like to do in your life, sports, even just playing with the kids, right? Last two. One more. And we're going to take our top of our foot, holding in our hand, and see if we can get the other one as well. It doesn't have to look graceful and pretty, but if you can get them, great. If you can't, okay, that's just an indication we're a little bit tight, and that's normal, especially in this day and age, right? So you might take a towel or a strap to help you with this movement while you're at home, since I'm not there to help you. Right, so the whole idea here, getting you to work out at home. So get yourself a little stretch, getting your thighs to lift off the mat. Not so worried about how much you're going into that bow shape, right? We're more thinking about the quads. For 2 more breaths, 1 more breath, and we'll just slowly come down. Let's take another windshield wiper, head to hands. Isolate those feet side to side, or those hips kind of swinging a bit. Wonderful. So we're getting ready to come to our side series, but let's take a quick shell stretch before we transition to come out of all that extension, right? Take a few breaths here and let that spine recover. One more. So in our core control class and series, I'm adding complexity to it by having you be on your side, but not laying down this time. So it's going to be more of being on your hand like this. So if that doesn't work for your wrist or your shoulder, you can always come down to your forearm, or you can modify by laying all the way back down. But here, come into kind of a diamond shape with your hips, knees, and feet. Okay? And then what I want you to do is just kind of lean over to the side. So getting that nice stretch. Let's take the stretch first. Big stretch. So open up that whole side body here. Right? Now with that, see if you can lean over and get your hand to the mat. And we're going to extend that leg out. Now you might want your arm here, and you might want your hand here. Okay? So we're going to come down and up, down and up, down and up. Trying your best to keep your body open, right? Like there's a wall in front of you and behind you, up and down. So this definitely adds complexity to your workout. Again, you're welcome to lay on your forearm or all the way on your side. Now we hold that leg up and we side kick forward and back and forward and back. And if you're feeling really good, you can flex and point your toes. If not, don't worry about it. Good. Breathe. forward, back, last 2. One more. Bring that leg in line here and pulse it up, down. 5, 4, 3, 2. Hold here. Reach out, hold, core control, right? Breathe, 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 breathe. See if you can grab a hold of the front of that foot and stretch. Now, if you can bring that heel to your rear end, your glute, great. If not, just a nice stretch for that quad and that hip flexor. Now, push yourself back up. I'm going to scoot back to the middle of my mat a bit just to get myself back to alignment, coming back into that diamond shape, and I'm going to stretch to the other side. And really nice long stretch here. That should feel amazing all here, right? So with that, we're going to, as gracefully as we can, coming down, right? Breathing, reaching that right leg out, holding. I'm going here with my hand. You can choose to do what you like, what feels good, right? Up, down, lift, 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 lift. 3, 2, 1. Side kick definitely could be a more challenging side, right? So you're going to be working hard here to keep that leg up. And all the while, the upper body, the trunk, is wanting to move and help. Mine's moving a little bit, so I'm going to really try to control that with my core and my abdominals and my obliques. Last one, that leg comes out, and we hold it and pulse it up, up. Keep breathing. Up, 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 up. And I'm going to stretch. Definitely a more challenging side. Just do what you can. Doesn't have to be perfect, right? So Pilates is good for everyone, and it's adaptable to everyone, no matter where you're at in your journey. So here, good. Now we're going to come down to seated. So we're going to transition from here into a little mermaid series. So now you can just come to sit down on one hip, and depending on what side you're on, if you got your hand on the top ankle, and we're here, and we're going to take an inhale and rise up that opposite arm. And we want to really feel that really deep stretch in that side body, the waistline, the muscles that rotate your spine. Now think about bringing that shoulder away from your ear, this left shoulder here. Now look down to your feet. So what that does is gives you a nice neck stretch and helps release through the neck and the shoulder. So I'm feeling that all the way down to my hip, literally all the way down. So we really want to get that rotation, and then we'll send that arm down, come down to the forearm, and we stretch over. Now use your core. Use your core to rise up and come back over. Last round here, right? So we're coming to this position here. All right. And we're going to take that stretch. I'm going to start to look down here to my feet, my ankles. Open up here a little bit more in your chest. Drop that shoulder. And out. And then using that core to bring yourself back up. Believe it or not, that takes a little bit of strength and some effort. So we're coming to the other side. Just kind of come on over, nothing fancy yet. Just still breathing. You got it so that your ankle's on top of the other one. You're going to really give a nice little pull on that ankle and reach up that opposing arm. I'm on my right side this time, getting the stretch. Breathe and pull that belly in and really reach. Mat series mermaid can be extremely intense and super effective. It can be done without a piece of equipment. Now, we'll look down to the ankles. Of course, it's super nice on the reformer. Absolutely. But this option is here for you. So, slide this guy out, right? And then we're coming over here. Depending on what side of the body is stronger, use your core to come on up. Use your breath. Twisting can actually also be very intense as well, right? Especially if you do any yoga, you know that twisting can be extremely intense and super effective and really good for your body. So we twist in a little different way. Utilizing that core a little bit differently. Breathe and look down. Open up through the chest a little bit more. And then last one, we slide it out. And using that core and that trunk stability to come back. Perfect. All right, turning to the side. We're getting ready to wrap this up in a little bit, but I want to roll like a ball for a bit. So let's scoot forward to the edge of our mat. When you roll like a ball, you can always start with your hands underneath your knees if you like. That's level 1 right here. Gives you a really good support. Level 2, you can go ahead and place your hands by your ankles in the front of your shins. When you do that, to set up, you squeeze your heels to your butt, elbows come out wide, and then go into that C curl so your belly's engaged. If you want to work even harder, and you know that you can, you've done this before, you can wrap those hands around by your arms, by your elbows. I'm going to stay here at level 2. I feel I have the most control there for today. Elbows wide, look at my belly, and exhale up. Stick that little roll ball, rolling like a ball, right? Good. Remember, you can always have your hands behind your knees if you're struggling. Your goal is to keep squeezing those heels to your butt and stay compressed as you can. Let's pause and hold our little ball position, really balanced on our sacrum, shoulders down. Now, rise up the torso. Stay here, stay control. Remember, core control, right? Extending the right leg. If your hamstrings are screaming at you today and they're tight, bend the knee. Just go here. That's totally fine. If you can go here, great. And keep that control, right? You got it. And keep breathing. Tighten that tummy up. Keep this position, right? Your back is working like crazy. Your spine, your core, both legs extend up. Remember, bent knee is totally fine. Holding here if you can, right? Holding, pointing your toes. Legs go in. Make sure you're breathing. Nice long spine. 2 more. We're going into teaser from here. Bent knee option. You can always be here. Otherwise, you're here. We're here. Arms go high. Rolling down to the shoulder blades. Arms go back. Exhale. Come up to your teaser. Core control. Abs and back today. Up. Last one, hold. Here, holding again for 5, 4, 3, 2. And then we're gonna roll all the way down to the mat and relax. So with Pilates, generally, depending on how it's taught, there's a lot of different hybrids nowadays and how it's taught, but generally we don't do a lot of reps. There isn't a necessity for a lot of reps if you're getting that precision, which is one of our principles, right? You're getting it just right. You don't need a lot of reps. Generally, the reps are pretty low. So we keep it flowing. All right. And arms are going to reach out behind you. And you're going to exhale, roll up. And we're going to exercise. And we're going to stand on our mat again on the edge. We're going to end with the last exercise in the mat series, the traditional mat series, which is the push-up. So we do it Pilates style with a roll down. So inhale, rise the arms up. Exhale, roll down like you're diving into an imaginary lake. All right, get down to the lake. Walk yourself out. You're coming into your plank. We call it long stretch in Pilates, nice and long in the spine. We'll take 3 push-ups. You can always do those on your knees if you like. That is totally fine. Then you're going to walk yourself back. and you're gonna stop halfway. I like to stop halfway for a moment and press my heels down and then round my back. That's called elephant, right? Not down dog, but elephant. And then you're gonna walk back and roll all the way up. We're gonna do that 2 more times. So inhale up, exhale, dive. Pull that belly in and up. Ribs are going back, ribs are going back. Stretching those wonderful hamstrings again, they need it. Walk out. Strong core, you're trying not to wobble the hips too much, right? We're in long stretch. Lengthen the neck, pull the belly up. 3 Pilates style push-ups or tricep push-ups, right? Walk back. Remember to hover halfway. Pause, draw the heels down, lift the toes a little. Round the back, elephant. Walk back, using the core muscles to get your body up. And we'll do that 1 more time. Up. Scoop that belly, walk out, find your plank. 3 push-ups, 2, 3, walk back. Let's find that elephant. Draw the heels down, round the back, chin to chest. Look at the belly button. Walk back. Roll all the way up. And that ends your class 4 abs, core, back, and core control workout today. You got through all 4 of the classes in the series. Congrats, good work. I hope you felt some really good feelings in your body and feel stronger. And stick with it. We'll see you hopefully in the studio sometime. Thanks, have a great day.